This video is on ionic compounds, naming, and formulas. So there are three different types of ionic compounds that we can name. We can name ionic compounds that have metals in groups 1, 2, and 3. All other metals, and then ionic compounds that contain polyatomic ions. So an ionic compound is any compound where there is a metal and a nonmetal. Remember that on our periodic tables, metals are to the left and nonmetals are to the right of that zigzag dividing line. So we need to have one item from the left, one element from the right, and then they can give a transfer of electrons of one to the next to make an electrostatic interaction between the two of them, thus creating a new compound. So to name them, it's pretty easy. We take a name of the metal, and then we take the stem of the name of the nonmetal and add IDE. So for our NaCl, we look on the periodic table and we see that Na is sodium, so I write my metal name of sodium. And then I take the stem for my nonmetal, so my nonmetal is chlorine. So instead of INE, that's the ending, I just take my stem, which is the CHLOR, and I have chloride. So sodium chloride is the name of NaCl. If I want to go the other way and take a name and write a formula, well, my elements as ions, I'm going to look at the group number from the periodic table for groups 1, 2, and 3 only, and that's going to give me the charge of my metal. So if I'm in group 1, I have a charge of +1, group 2, +2, 3, +3, and for those. And that is the number, for nonmetals, the number of valence electrons to get to 8 is the charge of my nonmetal. So the number of valence electrons needed to get to 8 is the charge of the nonmetal. So my metal's charge is my group number. My nonmetal's charge is the number needed to get to 8. So if I'm in group 5, I need 3 more to get to 8, so my charge would be -3. Then I'm going to crisscross my charges down and only write the numbers, not the plus or minus. And then I reduce my subscripts. So for example, on the periodic table, I look for magnesium and then nitri, that came from nitrogen. So I have Mg, and then I also have nitrogen. I look on the periodic table to find magnesium, and I see that magnesium is in group 2. Step 1 here tells me that for an ion, for a metal in groups 1, 2, or 3, the group number gives the charge. So magnesium charge is +2 because metals lose electrons, so they become positive. Now nonmetals gain electrons and they become negative, and they gain the number of electrons needed to get to 8. So nitrogen is in group 5. It needs 3 more electrons to get to 8, so it has a charge of -3. I then take those charges and I crisscross down and I only write the numbers. So I take my 3 and bring it down, my 2 and bring it down, so I get Mg3N2. So my 3 and the 2 are subscripts, so that means that I have 3 magnesium atoms making electrostatic interactions with 2 nitrogen atoms to make magnesium nitride.